on her wedding day. The woman refused to complete the ceremony with the husband beside her, because she knew that her sister-in-law, seated among the guests, was about to faint. She counted down in her mind. Any moment now. Sure enough, the words had barely left her lips when a shriek rang out, and her sister-in-law crumpled to the floor in a dead faint. The hall erupted in chaos. Only the woman, beneath her red bridal veil, allowed herself a cold smile. Of course she knew what would happen. She had lived through this day once before. In her previous life, it was in this very wedding hall that she had watched with her own eyes as her husband, for the sake of this fainting sister-in-law, abandoned her, his own bride, and rushed to her side. And it was from that day forward that she was plunged into 3 years of torment. She had loved him with everything she had, only to be repaid with his affair with her sister-in-law, and endless cold cruelty toward herself, until at the end she suffered a hemorrhage in labor, and by his order was locked inside the birthing room. Through the window she watched helplessly, as he held that scheming woman tenderly in his arms, while she herself died, along with her unborn child, in boundless pain and hatred. When she opened her eyes again, she had returned to this very moment, her wedding day. Her child still lived. Her enemies were all here. This time she was no longer a lamb led to slaughter. She was a demon returned from hell to collect what she was owed. She watched as the man's face changed, exactly as it had in her past life, panic-stricken, rushing toward that scheming woman. The woman's eyes were utterly still. All she had to do was tear away the fig leaf hiding the shameless pair. Right here, in front of every noble in the capital, under the stunned gaze of the entire assembly, the woman reached up and ripped off her own red bridal veil. The Marchioness trembled with fury, pointing and screaming at her. "What in the world has gotten into you?" In front of everyone. "Removing your own veil. Have you no decency?" The man turned and roared, "Are you out of your mind? Haven't you shamed us enough? Put that veil back on right now." But the woman paid no heed. She walked, step by step, toward her sister-in-law slumped on the stool. She crouched and took her hand. Ice cold, yet with none of the limpness of someone truly unconscious. Still performing. Then she noticed the familiar sachet hanging at her sister-in-law's waist. It was something the man had always kept on his person, now worn by this schemer like a trophy of conquest. "Not only are you faking a faint, you're flaunting your prize in front of everyone. Very well. Today I'll give you exactly what you want." The woman sprang to her feet, her face instantly shifting to an expression of frantic alarm. "Quick! Someone fetch the imperial physician!" Then she rushed back to her sister-in-law's side, overcome with distress, weeping and lamenting aloud. "Elder brother is no longer of this world. You are the only piece of him left behind. If something were to happen to you, how would our Marquisate ever face the world?" When the imperial physician arrived and took her pulse, cold sweat immediately broke out on his brow. He stammered, unable to speak. The man paced like a man on hot coals, urging him repeatedly to speak. At that moment the woman spoke again, seemingly out of concern, but every word a carefully laid trap. She cried out in feigned astonishment. "Imperial physician song, surely you're not about to tell us sister-in-law is with child?" "Physician song, please tell me I'm wrong." "Say something!" "Sister-in-law holds a title of chastity personally bestowed by His Majesty. How could she possibly be pregnant?" "What? Pregnant?" The word fell, and the entire hall went deathly silent. Every eye in the room locked onto the imperial physician. For the sister-in-law's husband, the eldest son of the Pei family, had died in battle a full year ago. How could a chaste widow be with child? Under crushing pressure, the physician had no choice but to speak the truth, voice shaking. "Based on the pulse, it is indeed a pregnancy pulse." The single stone sent 1,000 waves crashing through the hall. The woman moved in immediately to press her advantage, feigning distress and insisting the diagnosis must be wrong, demanding that